ChatGPT Images 2 finds its biggest fans in India. Despite modest global surge, OpenAI's latest upgrade, ChatGPT Images 2 has found its most enthusiastic adopters in India, according to company data released this week. While the feature is designed to handle complex prompts and render accurate text in multiple languages, its global reception has been mixed. Third-party analytics reveal that while India remains the dominant user base, significant growth spikes are emerging in other developing markets, whereas engagement in Western markets has remained relatively flat. A tale of two markets. India's scale versus global nuance. The launch of Images 2 was met with an 11% week-over-week increase in ChatGPT app downloads globally, according to Sensor Tower. However, this bump in acquisition did not translate into a proportional rise in daily usage. Data from SimilarWeb indicates that daily active users and sessions increased by only about 1%, while global web traffic rose by a modest 1.6% during the same period. This suggests that while the new feature attracted attention, it has not yet driven a massive shift in daily engagement habits for the average global user. The technology is still finding its footing outside of specific regional pockets. Emerging markets drive sharp spikes while the global average appears muted. The data tells a different story when viewed through a regional lens. Emerging markets are showing significantly higher enthusiasm for the new capabilities. Pakistan, Vietnam, and Indonesia saw app download spikes of up to 79% week-over-week. These sharp increases indicate a strong demand for new AI tools among new users in these regions, rather than just incremental upgrades for existing power users. In contrast, the United States saw approximately 2 million downloads during the launch, roughly half the volume seen in India, which recorded about 5 million downloads. Even in India, the week-over-week growth in active users was modest at 3.4%, suggesting that the market is already saturated with ChatGPT users, and the new feature is enhancing existing usage rather than driving explosive new adoption. How users are engaging. Self-expression over utility. The way users interact with Images 2 varies significantly by region. In India, the primary use case is personal self-expression rather than professional or functional output. Users are not just generating generic images. They are creating studio-style portraits from casual photos, social media-ready visuals, and imaginative scenes that place themselves at the center of the narrative. OpenAI notes that early adopters in India are experimenting with creative formats, including fantasy newspaper covers tarot-style visuals, fashion mood boards, cinematic portrait collages. Additionally, users are leveraging the tool for photo restoration and personal archival projects. This trend highlights a shift in how AI is perceived in these markets, less as a productivity tool for business and more as a creative companion for personal identity and storytelling. Why this matters? The competitive landscape, the strong performance in India and other emerging markets is not an isolated incident. It reflects a broader trend where India has become a critical testing ground and growth engine for AI image generation tools. Google's earlier image-focused model, Nano Banana, also saw strong initial traction in the region, signaling that Indian users are early adopters of visual AI technologies. OpenAI's Images 2 includes specific optimizations to capture this market, such as better rendering of non-Latin scripts, including Hindi and Bengali, thinking capabilities that allow the model to refine outputs and generate multiple variations from a single prompt. These features address specific local needs, allowing for more culturally relevant and linguistically accurate image generation. Conclusion: ChatGPT Images 2 has successfully captured the imagination of users in India and several other emerging markets, driving significant download spikes and creative experimentation. However, the modest gains in daily active users globally suggest that while the technology is impressive, it has not yet become an indispensable daily tool for the broader international audience. The data indicates that future growth for AI image generators may depend heavily on localized features and creative, personal use cases rather than just professional utility.